G'day, welcome back to Yowie Busters, the only Yowie channel where when I catch a Yowie or see a Yowie, I proclaim busted with a lot more enthusiasm than that. I can't really imitate what it feels like when I haven't seen one. So welcome back. It's been a while. People are wondering, all my subscribers, the many subscribers I have been wondering what I've been doing and thinking I've been sort of giving up the game, so to speak. And the truth is, I've just been flat chat trying to bust Yowies. It's hard work because there are so few opportunities to see them in their natural habitat, and I think their numbers may have diminished since the 2019 fires leading into 2020, which was like a war on the Yowie. Really, there are many factions in society that wish to eliminate the Yowie. I think it's just part of well, I shouldn't say the human condition, but whether it be tigers or giants, we as a population seem to want to eradicate them, and the Yowie is certainly no exception. I just did a poo, and it was a good one. It was really nice in the winter sun, and it was very, very good consistency, just sort of like a big long sausage, nice sort of silky membrane. It came out easily, put it that way, and good colour, good just solid, just a good healthy poo, and so I'm feeling pretty good, and that's a great segue into it being winter time. The crayfish are dormant, which provides a great opportunity to find some Yowie species. In the warmer months, the crayfish will, the Yowie, this is all speculative, but the Yowie, to conceal its identity, will defecate in the creek systems, knowing that those crayfish will come and break that down, and it'll get flushed and more or less won't be detected. So now that the crayfish are dormant, I've been sort of scouring the hillside. Like I said, I just haven't had time to document the process because I'm so dedicated at my craft. I gotta admit, for a while there, I was almost tempted not to be a Yowie buster and more of a Yowie hunter, with the sort of malice and antipathy that I experienced with that group of small ones, that I had a very real and tangible meeting with. I was not impressed. I was terrified, actually. I didn't even want to go back into the bush, and it sort of led to more of a desire to harm them, or yeah, pretty much. I was almost going to become a Yowie hunter. However, I came to my senses. I don't want to contribute to that war, that silent war that's going on, of which the 2019/20 fires was a part of, all down the East Coast. They've got enough troubles as it is, without me trying to hunt them. So I am back. Well, I always have been, but I never sort of went in that direction. I'm there to discover, not to harm. And yeah, what else can I say? I guess I was a little disheartened with some of the commentary from my previous posts about me not being sort of mentally sound, and the possibility of me being affected by drugs. So someone wrote something about magic mushrooms, and I don't even like mushrooms on a pizza, so I don't know what that's about. But also, yeah, just general commentary that's sort of trying to bring me down. I mean, it might be the deep state, it could be black ops, you know, sort of trying to assassinate my character and weaken me on my quest to bust the Yowie, because they'd like people to not think that Yowies are around while they covertly capture and experiment on them and otherwise try to eradicate them. I'm not sure, but I can resolutely and genuinely say that I don't partake in any kind of drugs. I think drugs in general, it's just an agitation industry. Even the sort of hallucinogens which aren't readily available at your local Nazi supermarket, like LSD and magic mushrooms and marijuana and all this kind of stuff. It's the idea that drugs open up gateways to perception is ludicrous. If anything, it just causes brain damage, and in that sense, it erodes your sense of self, and sort of you have to reset. So this is why a lot of these institutions, such as the CIA and intelligentsia, and they're the people that tell the intelligence networks what to do, which are effectively cults. I mean, they're all cults, but they promote this kind of thing, especially like LSD and stuff, because it seems counterintuitive, you know. Oh, why would you want all these hippies running around when this sort of militant cult seems to be on the other trajectory? But it's effectively obliterating people's minds, just causing brain damage, and they have to reset. They have to put those jigsaw pieces back and create the puzzle that is their own mind again. They're sort of resetting their mind. So I suppose in the case of PTSD therapy, it has its uses. However, what you're resetting your mind with is the stimulus that's all around you, and that at the, like, I mean, some of the most prominent narratives are just completely ridiculous. Like the idea that the sun and Birkeland currents and electricity and power from the cosmos does not affect our weather systems more so than inert gases, all this sort of 1600s kind of science, you know, is ludicrous. However, if you're working with a blank slate, and entire generations that are just resetting their sense of self and their mind with the stimulus available, they're going to think that wars are great. They're going to think that they need to resort to rare earth and lithium ion to save their own planet. The planet's going to be fine, mate. Anyhow, I am a bit of a redneck, but I just want to say that I don't do drugs. I don't believe in drugs. The only reason I'm smoking is actually because of the fantastic wisdom imparted to me by some of my viewers, mentioning that Yowies A, like tobacco, and B, they are attracted to smoke. So I'm told that they're attracted to fires. It may be because relying on things such as the bush, like canopy. I mean, they really do rely on canopy for concealment, and that's a problem now with sort of all the low orbit mass spectrometry and various ways of knowing what's beneath the canopy. Like, well, LiDAR wouldn't quite get a Yowie, but they got a lot to contend with now in this era of low orbit satellites by the tens of thousands. they got a lot to contend with. Previously, just like the orangutan, the people of the tree, the best way to sort of get rid of them is just to remove their habitat, or at least to find them. Now the orang putih and the orang hitam and some more, everyone is a threat in various other ways to them. So previously, and I think it's still ingrained that if they smell smoke, getting back to the tobacco, if they smell smoke, it might be a little lightning strike in the past, and they may rush to extinguish it as not to threaten their habitat. So I've taken to smoking, even though I don't believe in drugs. The amount of which I smoke is commensurate to my desire to experience a Yowie, and so I'm not addicted whatsoever. It's all about the Yowie.